Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Let's Achieve. Today in this video I'm going to give the explanation of first lesson personality development. So you have here look at the picture and answer the questions. Students, we have to answer the questions. Do you know these people? What is their specialty? The three pictures are given: Sudha Chandran, Stephen Hawking, Helen Keller. So, students, you might maybe you have seen somewhere these people, maybe in the television, in the books, or anywhere. But what is the speciality about them? They are famous, and despite of having the disabilities, they are they are very they are having the courage. They have done many great things. The next one is, what qualities do you think a person requires to become successful? So, students, what do you think what are the qualities that a successful person should need? The first quality should be the self belief, not getting discouraged by their disabilities. You have to motivate yourself and move forward in your life. The next one is, what is your opinion about attitude of society towards individuals with special needs? So the people who are with the special needs, what kind of attitude that society should be having towards them? So the society must be kind, not be like tough with them, and should not they should not focus on their disabilities. So here is the A reading. The first one is, attitude is altitude. So what do you mean by the attitude? Students, attitude is one aspect in someone's personality, and that should be your altitude. That should be your height. That should be your success. So here, let's begin the explanation. Imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning, to help you scratch that itch, to allow you to wrap your arms around your loved ones. So, students, have you ever imagined someone's life or anyone's your life with having no arms? Arms, that means having no hands. In the morning, the first thing what you do, you stretch yourself with your hands, right? But imagine having no arms to do that, to help you scratch that itch. If something happens to your body, something itching is happening to your body, then what do you want to do? You scratch it, right? But imagine you are not able to do that because you don't have the hands to do that. Next, to allow you to wrap your arms around your loved ones. See, someone, your loved ones have come near you and you want to hug them, but just imagine that you cannot hug them, you cannot wrap your arms around them. Imagine having no legs to kick pebbles down the street, to run or bicycle or skateboard, or get you from point A to B. For example, imagine that you cannot kick the pebbles down the street. So sometimes you want to just kick the pebbles while walking on the street, but imagine you can't do that, and then you want to bicycle or skateboard, still you can't do because you don't have the legs, or to get you from point A to B. You want to just simply go from a point A to B, but you can't. Then imagine both at once. What is Nick Vujicic has faced his whole life? Nick Vujicic is a person we'll get to know in the lesson. Uh, his whole life, he couldn't able to do these things. Have you ever have you heard something like this before, students? Just think, have you ever imagined or heard something like this before? Nick Vujicic was born with no arms or legs, but he doesn't let the details stop him. The brave 26-year-old, who is mainly a torso, plays football and golf, swims and surfs, and despite having no limbs. So Nick Vujicic, he students, you can see the person in the picture. He is Nick Vujicic. He was born with no arms and legs. So students, he was born in at the time of his birth. He is having no arms and legs, but he never made himself. He did not stop anywhere, or he did not. Felt like he should stop at any point of his life. He made himself capable of so many things. Let us see. He was the brave 26-year-old who is merely a torso. Students, the details and torso is let us know their meanings also. So the details here means the fact the fact that he is not having the arms and legs. So he's he is not having the arms, he is not having the legs, but see the details. So an individual fact, you can also write here that he's having the fact that he's not having the arms, he's not having the legs, but still he doesn't let the details stop him. The brave 26-year-old who is merely a torso plays football and golf, swims and surfs, despite having no limbs. So Nick Vujicic, who is a torso, means the main part of the body, not including the head, arms or legs. And so he's not having the arms or legs, but still he plays the football, curls, swims and surfs, despite means without being affected, regardless. Even though if he is not having the arms and legs, he still plays the football and golf, swims and surfs. So Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which helps him balance and enables him to kick. So the Nick is having a small hip. Hip. You can see in the picture also. He's having a hip, and which helps him balance. That means he can have some balance with it and enables him to kick. So enables enablement means to make able him, so that if he want to kick something, he can do that. He uses his one foot to type. With one foot he can type, and with a pen and pick things up between his toes. With that foot does a lot of things, he can have some balance, he can able to kick, and he uses that foot to type, with write with the pen and pick up things between his toes. I call it magic and drumstick, joked Nick. In the joke, he called it as a chicken drumstick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia, but now lives in Los Angeles. I would, I would be lost without it. Nick Vujicic was born in Melbourne, Australia, but at present he lives in Los Angeles. I would be lost without it. That means with the drumstick, he's doing a lot of things. He would have lost, he would have felt nothing if he would not have that one leg also. Next, he is very modest, but he gets marriage proposals from women all the time, said Nick's friend and publicist Steve Apple from Los Angeles. So he's very modest means he's very humble or shy kind of person, but he gets marriage proposals also. Uh, Said Nick's friend and publicist. Steve Apple is a publicist. Publicist means a person responsible for managing the public image and reputation of a person. Next, he loved to get married and start a family, but he's waiting for the right girl to come along. That means Nick Vujicic, he wants to get married and start a family, but he's waiting. That means he wants a good and right girl to come to be with him. Next, water sports aren't Nick's only thing. He also plays golf with a club tucked under his chin and is a huge fan of English Premier League. So that means so his parents decided not to send him to a special school, a decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have made for him. So a tough decision taken by his parents to send him to a special school, but it was best decision for the Nick. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the hospital room to vomit. So when Nick was born, his father left the hospital to vomit. His distraught mother couldn't bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. Until Nick turned 4 months old, his distraught mother. That means distraught means very worried and upset about his disability, uh, couldn't able to hold herself, couldn't bring herself, couldn't able to ca- come to a consciousness until he was 4 months old. Next, his disability came without any medical explanation, a rare occurrence called phocomelia, and Nick and his parents spent many years asking why this cruel trick would happen to them. My mother was a nurse and she did everything right during her pregnancy, but still blamed herself, he said. That means Nick's mother, both my mother was a nurse and she did everything during that means she took every kind of uh, precautions and every good things right during her pregnancy, but uh, she blamed herself for his disability. And next his disability the next disability made her parents very. So his disability actually came without any medical explanation. It was a rare occurrence. That disease name is phocomelia, and Nick and his parents asked many people and spent many years asking why this happened to them. But his mother, who Nick's mother, who was a nurse, she did everything right during her pregnancy, but still she blamed herself for his disability. It was so hard for them to, but right from the start they did their best to make me independent. Mm, my dad put me in water at 18 months and gave the courage to learn how to swim. I also got really into football and skateboarding. I totally love the English Premier League. So it was hard for them, the next parent, but they did best to make his child independent, so that he should not be depend on any other people. His father put him into has put him into the water, so that he can learn how to swim. At the age he was 18 months old. It I also got really into football and skateboarding. He loves actually Nick loves to play the football and skateboarding also is one of his favorite. And totally he loves English Premier League. So he loves English Premier League. Nick's father was a computer programmer and accountant. He taught his little son how to type with his toe at just 6 year old. When Nick was 6 year old, because Nick's father was a computer programmer and accountant. The meaning of a computer programmer is a person who writes computer programs. He made his son uh, to learn the computer, because the Nick was having one small limb, small toe. With that he used to type. It just takes 6 year old. And as Nick's father was also an accountant, so the meaning of accountant is a person whose job is to keep and inspect and analyze financial accounts. So he actually taught his child how to type. Next, his mom invented a special plastic device that meant he could hold a pen and pencil. So to hold a pen and pencil, his mother invented a special plastic device. Despite the risk of being bullied, his parents insisted Nick on attending mainstream school. Mainstream insisted means they demanded something to the Nick. Demanded something forcefully. Mainstream school means any private school. And the meaning of and again the meaning of bullied, when someone repeatedly acts mean towards other person to make them feel bad, is the meaning of bullied. So many students or many people bullied him, but the Nick parents insisted him attending the same mainstream school, and it was the best decision they could have ever made for the Nick, who later achieved a degree in financial planning and real estate. It was very hard, but it gave me independence. That was hard for the Nick, but it was the best decision for him. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair for mobility and a team of carriers to help him. So, mobility means movement, the ability to move. Despite Nick, who who was teased at once and he was also bullied by some people, had an electric chair so that he can move and a team of carriers to help him. I was deeply depressed when I was 8 years old. When Nick was 8 years old, he was deeply depressed. Depressed means a state of unhappiness. He was sad. Next, I went to my mom crying and told her I wanted to kill myself. He went to his mother crying and said, her that he wanted to kill himself. The suicidal thought that he was getting. I felt cold and bitter. I hated God for doing this to me and was terrified of what would happen when my parents weren't there to look after me. Cold and bitter means a strong negative emotion. Terrified means feeling extreme fear. So here he felt cold and bitter, meaning strong negative. He was negatively he was thinking, and he also hated the god, and terrified he is having the fear that what would happen to him, or what he will do after his parents. I could brush my teeth with a wall mounted brush and wash my own hair with pump action soap, but there was so much that. So Nick can able to brush his own teeth with my wall mounted brush, and he can also wash his hair. But there was so many things that he couldn't able to do at age 10. So that's why at age 10 Nick tried to drown himself in the bath, but luckily the attempt was unsuccessful. I felt there was no purpose when you lack purpose and strength. It is hard to hold on, he said, but with the help with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through to become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. Here, triumph meaning a great victory or achievement. Here, despite of being not able to do many things, uh, he, with the help of religion, his friends and family, he managed to pull he managed to do and get the motivation in his life. So next he became international symbol of triumph. He is a great symbol of a win at some achievement. He is he, he achieved a lot, and that is a victory of him. When I was 13, I read a newspaper article about a disabled man who had managed to achieve great things and help others, said Nick. So at the age of 13, once read an article about a man who was disabled, who had managed to achieve great things, so that actually motivated him. I realized why God made us like this, to give hope to others. It was so inspirational to me, and that I decided to use my life to encourage other people and give them the courage that the article had given me. So, by reading this article in the newspaper at the age of 13, he realized the purpose of his life, why the God has created him like that. So he has taken as an inspiration and decided to encourage other people also. I decided to be thankful for what I do have, not get angry about what I don't. So he decided that he should be grateful, and for having what the little he have, he decided to be the thankful, not just simply getting angry. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you know what, the world is right that I have no arms or legs, but they will never take away the beauty of my eyes. I wanted to concentrate on something good that I had. So he looked at the mirror and said that you know what, the world might have say that he is not having the arms or legs, but they cannot take the actual meaning of his life, the beauty of his eyes they cannot take. So he wanted to concentrate only good some that he have. The challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. They are not there to run us over, said Nick. In 1990, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen of the Year award for his bravery and perseverance. So he's the Nick who is is also brave and is having the great perseverance. He won Australia Young Citizen Year award. Next, and once I was in a car and a girl at traffic lights was looking at me interestingly. She could only see my head, so I decided to do 360 degree spin in the car to freak her out. Freak her out means unusual, something unusual, and that made that girl who was staring him at the traffic lights, and her face was like, wow, what is going on? She sped off really quickly. she uh, sped she sped off to she left the place very quickly. Here, Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met the surfing master Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. So, Bethany Hamilton, who is the surfing master at the age of 12, her hand was bitten off by the shark. So Nick met her. She was amazing, said Nick. She taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first, but once I got up there, I it felt absolutely fantastic, and I caught some waves pretty well. Nick quickly learned how to do 360-degree spin off on his boat, a feat that got him on the cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. No one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said. But I have a very low center of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. So Nick, within 48 hours, when he started learning the surfing, at the beginning he was a little terrified, but once he got to know how to do, he was absolutely turned to be fantastic, and he learned the 360 degrees spins also on the boat, on the waves. And next day, within the 48 hours, he got his picture came on the Surfer magazine, and no one actually done that kind of thing in the history. He was the first one, because he has low center of gravity, so that he had a good balance also. He visited different countries all over the world. The football fan is now a motivational speaker and has traveled over for 24 countries, speaking to groups up to 110,000 people. So these many people, he spoke to them over 24 countries he traveled. And now he is not anymore a football lover. He is now a motivational speaker. Once he loved the football, but now he turned a motivational speaker. Next, he moved to Los Angeles 2 years ago in 2007 and plans to continue to travel the world. If I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, you are going to try again. The human spirit can handle much more worse than we realize. It matters how we are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. So he moved to the Los Angeles when he was in 2007, and he plans to continue all over the world. Next, Nick is giving some motivational words that whenever he fails in his life, he will try again. What about others? Are they going to trying when they are failed to achieve something, that he is also saying that the human spirit can handle much worse things. We think that our capacity is this much and that much, but actually we can actually handle much more things. It matters how we are going to finish. So our finishing, our end should be great. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. I tell people to keep on getting up when they fail, when they fall, and to always love themselves. He said, if I can encourage just one person, then my job in this life is done. So Nick is trying to tell us that if he keeps on telling the people that they should get up when they fall, all, and this is one kind of thing that he loves to tell. Next, if he encourages one person in his life, then his job in this life is done. He feels that encouraging and motivating other people is his at most job in his life. So this was the explanation of the first lesson. Attitude is altitude. I hope that you love this explanation, and you really enjoyed watching this video. Thank you everyone once again.